Who pays for Cambodia's temples, and how those payments shape whether those places survive or fade away.
Welcome to NSP Plus TV, Cambodia's voice to the world. I'm Nisa. Today, we trace the money that moves through our sacred sites, from a busload of tourists to the person sweeping a temple path.
And I'm Port Norn. We'll unpack entrance fees, guide earnings, concessions, donor projects, and the gaps between a ticket sold and a wall repaired. Short, clear explanations, no drama.
Let's start small. A tourist pays an entry fee. Then what happens? Where does that cash actually go?
At the most basic level, visitors buy tickets, some hire guides, many purchase food or souvenirs, and a share goes to operators and concessionaires.
Right.
But sitting between that ticket and the village are national ticket programs, provincial offices, private tour companies, and concession holders. A long chain. Too often, only a small slice reaches day-to-day maintenance or community projects.
I remember a guide telling an independent reporter, "Buses come, tourists step out, and the ruins still need repair." That line stayed with me.
It's a vivid image. And to be concrete for our listeners, for example, public reporting shows the National Ticket Program collected, insert verified figure, in 2023. About insert verified percentage of that was directed to site upkeep. Producers can link the ministry or provincial report in episode notes. That gap matters.
So numbers and transparency are key. But there are good models too. Places where locals see direct benefit and protect their heritage.
Exactly. I visited a small site outside the main tourist circuit. The village runs a visitor center, sells snacks and crafts, and posts a ledger on the community board showing how funds are used. School repairs, a maintenance crew, and small wages. You could see it in the way people pointed to the repaired walkway and smiled. That quiet, steady pride that keeps a place alive.
Contrast that with sites where outside companies hold the concessions and village sellers compete for crumbs. Very different outcomes.
There's a persistent myth we should correct. Not every ticket equals direct conservation funding. Some entrance fees go to national budgets and are not earmarked for maintenance. That's why transparency matters.
Listeners want practical guidance. What can travelers actually do so their spending supports communities and preservation?
Simple choices make a difference. Hire certified local guides. Ask operators how fees are shared. Buy food and crafts directly from village sellers. Prefer community-run homestays. And use donation platforms that publish impact reports.
Quick reaction. Receipts matter. If someone can show a receipt or a registration, that's a sign the business is accountable.
Yes, and on the supply side, simple policy changes help. Transparent fee allocation, public reporting, and certified local guides shift incentives toward preservation. When a community can see its maintenance budget and hire local stewards, people invest in the site instead of treating it as a one-time sale.
Some listeners might worry, isn't this anti-tourism? Won't asking questions push visitors away?
Wait, I get that concern, but transparency usually raises the product's quality. Travelers increasingly choose authentic, responsible experiences and will pay a bit more to know their money supports the community.
I agree. And I'll push further. What about overcrowding? If we limit tickets to protect a site, do we lose income?
Good point. Limits can reduce short-term volume, but raise long-term value. Fewer visitors who stay longer, spend locally, and respect the site can generate sustainable income while protecting fragile structures.
We've seen tech help here too. A donation tracker that publishes photo updates builds trust. Villages show donors exactly what repairs were done.
And small NGO pilots are practical proof. One village fund now pays 3 part-time stewards and covers basic maintenance. A modest investment, but a real, measurable result.
We should be honest about limits. Interviewees were reluctant to share exact figures on camera. Sensitive financial details are often hidden or informal. That's why public reporting matters.
Absolutely.
We recommend producers and listeners check ministry and provincial reports and favor projects that publish impact metrics. If a conservation fund shows photos of repairs, hires, and financial summaries, that's a strong sign.
A listener asked, how do we avoid feeding middlemen? Short answer, buy local, hire local guides, and ask operators to show their sharing agreements. If they can't answer, be cautious.
And for policymakers, pilot revenue-sharing schemes that keep a higher share at the provincial or community level, plus public reporting, can create reliable maintenance budgets and local jobs.
We've covered myths and fixes, but let's give listeners a short checklist they can use today.
Checklist. Hire a certified local guide, ask about fee allocation, choose community-run stays, buy directly from local sellers, and consider donating through transparent platforms. Small steps, big impact.
We'd love to hear your examples. A village doing well, a guide who's transparent, or a fund that publishes updates. Send the short note. We read them and share useful examples on future episodes.
Heritage protection is not just about stones and ruins. It's about livelihoods, pride, and the choices people make every day. When communities feel ownership, they protect the past and invest in the future.
Thank you for joining us on this look at money and meaning. If you found this useful, share it with someone planning a trip or working on cultural projects.
Stay safe, stay informed, and stay connected. Your news made simple.
Subscribe to NSP Plus TV, and if you can, support community conservation projects that publish impact reports.
The facts are clear. The evidence is undeniable. Stand with Cambodia.